Hi everybody, it's your girl. I'm back again, ready to have that conversation with you today. I was just thinking about, let's see, what can I do? I can have a conversation. Well, I've asked all of our help to come in and get into this conversation with us where we can find some clarity or we can find some help or whatever it is we need from this conversation. I've already asked. And the only other thing I got to ask you is, how was your day? Hope you had a great day. Uh, for me, I had a good day. Still in my exploring stage. So I had a great day. Um, Today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about uh, control. I kind of wanted to talk about judgment and perception. And I think that we really need to talk about that because um, I find that we ask for help, we ask for clarity, we ask for uh, peace, we ask for um, we ask for a lot of things. We ask for them, and we ask our source. We ask the source. We ask for something bigger than us that we supposed to trust, and we're supposed to. We should all have something that we trust. Someone, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever you want to call your source. Um, you should have built a relationship. A relationship should be built um, on trust and belief that whatever you ask for will come forth. Will whatever you're creating, whatever you're creating with your ability to create, you're gonna create something. You're gonna create something good or something bad, and you can believe that. So you can use that as your higher power to know that you have creative abilities and that you're gonna create something. But in our acting, we take our situations and we're looking for answers and we're asking and petitioning for something, okay? And what we do is we let's say we give let's say we got let me describe it. We got a package and we're gonna put in all the junk that we need help with, that we need um, answers for, and we need to deal with, and we need to sort through. We put all that junk in the box: relationships, friendships, finances, jobs, whatever. We put it in that box. Let's put it all in that box. And let's say we take that box because we got all this stuff in this box and it is just jumbled up, all the stuff up in there, and we are like, don't know what to do with all this stuff. We don't know how to uh, uh, solve some of these problems. We don't know how to. We just don't know what to do with this stuff. We don't can't find no clarity in it. Can't find no peace in it. We put all that stuff. Let's say we just put it all in a box, and we take that box and let's say we give it away to whatever we call source, or we have whatever we call God, or whatever we call uh, think of as our higher source, or our higher being, or whatever. And we put it in that box and we give it to that source. And we 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 gave them the box, but now we gave them the box saying that we trust that they can help us with what's in that box. Okay, so we go in that box, then we give them the box, and we walk away, and then we ponder, think, keep hold, all that stuff, replay it over and over in our heads, and we go back and we open the box, and we take something out, and we try to deal with it ourselves again. We just keep on going back, and before you know it, we have taken back everything that we put in that box, and we do that. That's what we do. So I kind of tried to narrow a word down to figure out why we do that. Figure out why I do that. Then there comes another situation that needs to be cleared up. And here we go. Here is the clearing up of the situation. We have to have a firm knowledge that whatever we call source, like when we were kids, when we had a adult that we trusted, a person that we trusted to, that we believed had our back and would never do anything to harm us, or always wanted to see good for us, or just felt comfortable with and safe with. They would play the little game with us, and they put us we'd be up on something high, and we'd be up on something high, and they just say jump, and you just jump. And you never think about whether or not they're going to drop you, or you're going to fall and bust your head, or you never think any of that. You just jump. And they always catch you. Like a light switch. If you paid your bill and the bulbs are good and everything is done properly, that that you walk in there and you hit that switch, light coming on. You just assume that the light is going to come on. That is the type of belief, and that is the type of faith that you have to have when you're asking for help, and when you're giving away a situation that you can't find answers for yourself. If you wouldn't be pondering on them, and you wouldn't be looking and digging if you had the answer. You gave it to a source that can make things clear and help you sort through that box. But you're not perceiving the answers as you should. In order to get directions, when someone giving you directions, they tell you to go down this street, and you turn left, and you go down that street, go 3-4 blocks, and take a right at that to get to the place where you're trying to go. That's where life kicks in, and we don't understand that that's direction. Sometimes people have to come into your path. Sometimes a situation have to come up so that you ask for clarity on how this people feel about you, if this person is using you, or if this person is this way, or if this job is this, and if this job is that, or if this situation is this, or if this situation is that. Okay, something has to happen. Whereas you are thinking that you're just going to get some butterfly answer, or some very simplistic answer. You're perceiving it the answer's all wrong. When you want to know something, whether you're being used or if you're not clear on you're doing things for someone and and you're doing things and you're doing things from your heart and someone for someone, and just say that that you prayed about that because you start feeling some kind of way and you wanted clarity about that situation. Okay, so here it goes. The person, you want that person to you want to know if they appreciate your help, or you want to know if they really know that you're doing this from your heart and that you didn't do it for no form of fashion. You want to know if they appreciate you or whatever. Okay, so a situation is going to come, a situation that's going to put you in. You're going to get in that situation, whereas those people, that person is going to that person is going to do something that'll give you all the answers that you need. Their behavior towards you will be when those are things that you need to know and you need to see. Okay, all those things will be shown. Now, whether you want to see them, some of the things, sometimes you see things and you ask for an answer. Okay, so you got your answer. They showed up and showed out. They showed you exactly what they were thinking. They showed you exactly how they felt about what you were doing toward them. They showed you exactly if it was betrayal or if it was non-appreciation, if it was them wanting you to serve them or whatever it was. Those were answers. And some of the answers will make you feel some kind of way, but those are signals that you feel in some kind of way that that was the answer you was looking for. Now the answer is there. Don't stop going in the negative. Sometimes it's just answers are shown to you so that you can move yourself or adjust yourself to walk in what you truly believe that you deserve. If a person is not showing you appreciation, why is you giving them 100% and they're not showing you appreciation? They're neglecting to say thank you. They're It's an answer. The answer is stop doing all of that. Back up. Get into you. Give that power back to you. Give that time and energy back to you. That's the answer. They will, if you move yourself out of if you adjust, see it differently. Don't see it and get angry. Don't see it and get mad. Don't see it and blow up. See it. Feel it. Feel, okay, this is a situation. The answer is, this is a situation that is unbalanced. This situation is not a give, I give, and you give, I give, you give. It's not a situation that's balanced. That's why you feel some kind of way. That's the answer. Work it out in yourself and decide what you deserve and move out of the way. Move yourself out of that situation so that you can keep peace. Adjust yourself. Don't do as much. It sometimes say just don't do as much. Don't give away freely what you should be getting back. And if you don't get it back, and if that person don't ever go, wow, well, they moved back. Why they acting this way, or why they doing? Now they got a question. See, so the situation probably could balance itself out if you don't like how that feels. The answer was pull back, move yourself out the way, do things that you Move yourself into situations that you know you deserve. That's simple. Move yourself into a situation that you deserve. Which, doing the right thing, no matter, we so used to allowing others because of the way we've learned how to love. We are so programmed to love with conditions. Um, I give you my love, all right, and if you don't, still don't, then all right, then I'm just gonna act like I don't see what you did, and I'm just gonna let it go, and I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to keep on doing and keep on getting offended, and sooner or later you'll catch up, and maybe you'll understand. No, that's not how that works. When you love unconditionally and you love with a love that's healthy, you learn to love, and you love you. You move yourself out of any situation that is not, that you get no reciprocity. You move yourself out of any situation that's making you, harming you, that make you feel neglected and make you feel used and make you feel abused. You move yourself out of the way. That's what you do. You take back your power to choose what's best for you, no matter who it is. Anybody, anything that cause you to feel some kind of way other than the way the way you know what you deserve, based on what you putting out. You know what you deserve. If you're putting it out and you're not getting it back, then that's unbalanced. And it's never going to be, you can't balance it unless all parties are aware that there's an imbalance. And the only way for the other party to understand that there's an imbalance is for you to move thy happy self, love thy happy self, and move back into a position where you're loving you and you're giving you what you deserve. And stop worrying about what this one gonna say, this one might, how they gonna react. How they gonna react? Who cares? As long as you keep your peace, who cares? If you're giving and they don't choose to give you back, that's your answer right there. Shut it off. That's your answer. We don't perceive the answer. We thought we asked for the answer. The answer came. The problem is solved. You had the power to solve the problem by making a choice about what was good for you. Simple. And maybe they'll look at the situation and change it and say, you know, wow, how did I come off to them? Wow, yes, they did. Yeah, they really did. Can't miss your water till you want well run dry. If you can keep going back to the well and get water out of it, you don't you never miss it. If you people can't don't automatically adjust to when a selfish person is being selfish, or when a self-centered person is being self-centered, or when self-seeking people and the only people they consider is themselves. If they are that way, they are not gonna that's what they do. And unless you show them something else, that's is what they're gonna continue to do, because they figure you like that. You'll get over it and you'll deal with it, and you are loving unhealthy, you're loving yourself unhealthy, are going to do that. All right, answers come. Jump. And when the answers come, believe that they'll be the right answers. that the clarity will be right there. But answers come through other situations. A job. You go on a job and you walk in there, and those people, they have gotten so programmed to for people's tolerating because we need this job. The only problem with that is you thinking that that's your source. The only problem with that is you fear you can't go get another job, or you feel like you got to tolerate what they say to keep your job. That means that you believe that they are your source and they supposed to catch you. Really? They miss you every single time, and they're gonna do what's best for them. So until you know that the answer is right there, you need to correct what you believe. That's all to do with what you believe. That's your judgment. That's your judgment call right there. The wall can get bigger or the wall can break down when you realize who your source is, and that a job is just an ends to a means. They've taken pretty much all of the situation of, I was on the same jobs with other people with the same rules that they had, but my thoughts about that job was irrelevant. I mean, whatever rules they wrote, that had nothing to do with me because that's not what I thought. If I needed a day off from work and I didn't felt like I just was too tired, or I just wasn't feeling to be doing that day, I'm off. I'm taking off. Oh, you need a doctor? Okay. So for real, I gotta prove to you that I don't want to come to work today. For real, that I gotta prove to you that I felt bad. Something wrong with that. And who wrote that law? I mean, even in common sense, even in the way society works and not work, I mean, you got to go get a doctor's excuse. I think that's taking away your rights. I think that's asking you for something that you're not getting paid for. They taking your right to decide how, if you don't feel well or not. So, especially in this point in time, if a person tell you that they don't, okay, so now you got to deal with people who come into work because they believe that they gonna lose their job and they can't. Okay, you got to deal with everybody else's beliefs, so they gonna come to work sick, and then here it is your way of thinking. Now here they come sick. They require them to be to work. They need you at work. You gonna come to work sick. So everybody at work get sick because you came to work sick. That's violating a right. That's violating some type of right for you to be concerned about you. And if you love you enough, something is wrong with that. Who are you believing? What are you believing? If enough people stood against that, and they didn't, and they could, and say, you won't have any employees if every time somebody tell you they don't feel well and they got to go get a doctor's excuse. All right, they'll have to fire a lot of people who just, if they decided that they don't have the right to ask you that, or they don't have the right to do that. But since everybody participates in the game, it is what it is. They have that power over you because you give them that power over you. You can play in the game if you want to. I never did. And I never got rolled up and I never got fired. I just decided. If I said I needed off, I'm gonna tell you I need, or if I'm gonna give you heads up. This day, so and so, I'm taking off. No, I'm not asking you. That's not what I agreed to. I didn't agree that I was going to ask you. I told you that I'd give you a heads up. I think that's the right thing to do. But I didn't sell you my soul. I came here to do a job, give you an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. And that's all I owe you. So don't ask me for nothing else. So, there go that. But it all stems back to, what do you really believe that you deserve? How do you think that people ought to treat you? What you thinking? What do you believe? What are you creating? What journey are you creating for yourself? What are you thinking? Families have gotten so sick and so neglectful and so unappreciative. Families are sick. They just assume. Parents and children assume parents ought to do this, and children assume that parents ought to do that. Children assume. These grown tell children, assuming that you want to give up your life, assuming that you have to do anything after they got old enough and grown enough to walk out your door and make whatever decisions they want to make. Your owe them anything is over. Once they walk out your door and can choose for themselves, they're not gonna come and ask you what they feel you ought to do. What they feel they ought to do. They're not gonna ask you your opinion. They're just gonna go on out there and live their life, and then bring back whatever drama they think that they can get over on you to get from you. And never look back behind them, no matter what you do. We have trained them. We have allowed them. We have allowed all people. So when people see that families act like that, never turn around and say thank you. Never understanding that people do things not because they owe you nothing. Most parents think they owe their children something after they walk out of that door. And then they got a label for it, dysfunctional families. You know, that's a label. That's some kind of jacked up to stay stuck on crazy. Anything that you let define you after you walk out that door, anything you let define you, you got to dig through that mess. What you felt, what you did, you got to dig through that mess and let it go. And once you learn to love yourself, and once you learn the right way to love, you can let that go and go about your business. You don't have to start speaking to those people. You don't have to do any of that. You can love them and accept that they had faults and error. They didn't have a lot of information. If you want a relationship with them, you could build starting from scratch. Just knowing who you are and loving yourself. And you'll know whether you need to bring them back in your life if they accept you, whoever you are, or whoever you decide to become. You'll know whether they want you in their lives or not. Whether they want to execute their will on you or won't accept you, or the things that you need to do for your life, or accept the position that you want them in. Or, then you'll know, because they'll let you know. The parents will let you know, and the children will let you know where you belong in their lives. And you ought to know, ought to want to know where you fit in everybody's life. And sometimes we don't want to see where people want to put you in their lives. We'll accept little scraps, bits and pieces. We've accepted it. It's become a norm. It's become something that's normal. That's not normal. When people neglect you or treat you bad or never say thank you or offer to themselves that they it's not a give and take. It's not reciprocity in the relationship. Any relationship that has no reciprocity is unbalanced. It's not good. If it leaves either party feeling some kind of way, it's something that needs to be dealt with and looked at and worked on. And either decide to keep it or either decide to let it go. If people don't want to be a part of your life and they showing you every day, showing you by their conversations, showing you by their lack of conversation, showing you by their concern, showing you that they showing you where they want to be in your life. You just have to accept it. It's accept it now and move back out of the way. You'll feel better about it. What do you deserve? You'll feel better about it today, or you'll feel better when y'all work through those situations so that when you are with each other, that there is no hard feelings. No, somebody, they may change. They may work it out. When you withdraw something yourself from a situation that makes you uncomfortable and unhappy because you love you, then maybe the situation will work itself out. Maybe the situation will work. Maybe they will look at, maybe you did mean enough to them that maybe you do mean enough to them for them to want to fix this or adjust or fix the issue. Maybe you do mean enough, but you'll never know. And as long as they can continue on in that, there is always that big possibility that it's going to always be that way. A lot of people don't get aha moments. The aha moments don't come. The epiphanies of the situation never comes. Sometimes only separation and moving yourself out of the equation solves the solution. Do whatever it takes to have peace. Do whatever it takes to have balance in your life. That's why it's important to love you. Love your source. Find comfort, find companionship, find all of that in source. He'll always send you someone. He'll always send you something. He'll always send you comfort and peace. And once you learn to walk into your higher self, you'll find yourself enough. The two parts of you, the dark and the light sides of you, and that third, that higher self. Put them all together. You'll never be by yourself. We're 3 in 1. Dark, light, and a higher self. And when all of those components of self come together, you're not none of those things. You can wait on people and bring people and draw people into your life that are vibrating at a level that you are. Keeping that negative energy, it's going to block your blessings. It makes your blessings take too long to get to you because you're so busy focused on all this other stuff that hurts and bring you pain, and you feel hurt and angry and mad. Or all those low vibrations don't bring peace. They just don't bring peace. And putting yourself in those environments, going into environments where you're in that, going into those places where people make you feel less than, or people make you feel neglected, you're going, taking your happy self off into those situations, and you're bringing your energy down. Now you got to work your way back out of those situations. Now you got to work yourself back to happy. When you could have been happy all day, turn that mess over, move yourself out the way, let yourself be happy, fight for knock anything down that caused you to feel anything but happy, joyous, and free. Anything that puts you in bondage is going to make you uncomfortable. So why would you even take yourself into a situation? Why would you want to be in a situation where people are making you feel some kind of way? Why would you get yourself all discombobulated over situations that you can't do nothing about? And some of the solutions come only when you let that mess go. Why you got to be in control of it? If you got a bill that's got to be paid and you don't have the money to pay that bill, and you know, and you will concentrate more on the lack of, instead of concentrating on something gonna come up, this bill gonna get paid, something gonna come up, this bill gonna get paid, something gonna come up, this bill gonna get paid. All right, as long when you stay in that mode that you know something gonna come up and this bill gonna get paid, that is vibrating. You're gonna vibrate your answer right on down to you. You're gonna manifest your blessing right on down to you. You just ain't never sitting back thinking about how you gonna pay it. Oh Lord, what I'm gonna do? Oh, what I'm gonna do? Okay, so you'll never see the answer. You'll never see the answer because you are focused. The answer could be right there. The answer could be right in front of you. And until you stop worrying about it. If you can't see the direction, get a problem, put it out to the universe. Walk away and let it be like it's going to be. Let it be like it's going to be. That kind of scared me, y'all. Okay, but anyway, I'm sorry. Sometimes we've practiced that always so long that we'll have answers and we'll get answers and we'll get clarity and we'll get peace and we'll find all of that. And because we're so trained to do it that old way, a same situation will come up that it was taken care of over here. That worked out for us. And we found ourselves, once we got in peace and once we started getting our focus off the problem and then the solution came, then we went on about our business and that same situation can come up again. Now, instead of us going, you know what, this happened before, it's all good, this too shall pass, I ain't gonna worry about that, and you go on about your business and that take care of itself again. That problem works itself out again. It's an answer comes straight up. But what we do is we forget. We've been and went through that stuff before and we didn't learn nothing. We've been and went through that stuff before, but we'll go back to the site. Oh Lord. Now we done had 1,000 bills that done got paid, and they done got paid, the answer came, and the solution was there. But the next time another bill come, that now that money ain't showing itself up, we go straight to negative on this side of the fence, back to stuck on stupid. Now we knew that once we gave that away, and once we found peace, and once we found joy, and kept it moving, and just knowing that the situation was going to work out, it worked out. But we'll go right on back over here where we know we was just miserable as heck. We just know we was miserable. It's the same way we do with people. We know when what we do is we get pissed off, and we either stop talking to them people, or we stop communicating and stop dwelling on it, and sooner or later you felt all that, you was angry. Well, after you got over the angry part, you don't want them in your face. So now you then gave, now you're feeling happy, now you're feeling more at peace, and now you see yourself better out of the situation. You see yourself better out of the abuse. You see yourself better out of the pain. And we'll forget about how we felt when we was out of the situation. We forget about the peace we felt and go right on back over here to the situation again. Because we never gave ourselves enough time. We never even paid attention. Our perception of what makes us happy, our perception of what we see about another person, our perception of how these things really work, is all blurred up. It's all in turmoil of how we saw how the world has taught us to love, and how the world has taught us to function with each other and communicate with each other. We've stayed unbalanced. We've stayed in, there is no reciprocity back and forth. There is no give and take. It's just take, 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 take. I might give you a breadcrumb so I can get you to shut up and come on back over here and let me use you some more. Something ain't right with that. That is unbalanced. It's not good. That's just not proper way. It's not proper. It's not good, people. Why do we give away stupid stuff and then go knowing we can't fix or change nobody? Why we'll move ourselves out of the way and then go back into that situation? That's going back in the box, getting the garbage out again. That's going back in the box, talking about you got a solution for it and you could fix it. If you could fix it, it wouldn't be in the box. Leave the junk in the box. Do what's going to make you happy. You're lighter when you leave the junk in the box. You're lighter when you wait for a source that loves you and teach you how to love yourself. You're at peace. You can walk in peace and joy and happiness and be successful in your walk because you're a creator. And creation, it comes out of your mind and out of your heart and out of your belly. You birth things into existence. You keep going back in the box for things that came out damaged and abused. You keep going back in the box for the junk. You're not really fixing anything. The only thing you can really fix is you. When you learn to love you, you'll start to dig inside and look inside and question yourself. What do you love? What do you like? What do you feel? How do you feel? What are you going to accept from others? Others are only going to teach you they're only going to treat you the way you allow them to, or the way you treat you. What do you think you deserve? Do you think you deserve somebody talking to you any kind of way? Somebody not, you're doing 100% for them and they not giving you nothing back? In fact, they are very neglectful and they are very self-centered and self-seeking and want more and more and more and more, and there's take, and you're being, what you're doing to you is worse than what they're doing to you. It really is. Then you got to go over here and cry and scream and yell and all of this other crazy stuff. Have high blood pressure and all. Bodies don't, we weren't built for this sick behavior. We weren't built for this condition, this conditional love. We're not built for that. That love is so full of pain and misery and confusion and chaos and our bodies weren't, this physical body wasn't built for all of that. And you wonder why we're sick. You wonder why there's so much depression and anxiety, and then they'll give you a magic pill. You got to have a magic pill to get out of what you really need to be dealing with inside. Some people actually refuse to dig down inside and see why that there's a handicap, why they got to have, they don't want to be a part of this journey. They don't want to be a part of their own journey. They got to stay inebriated. They got to stay high. They got to have some type of handicap, some type, so they don't want to participate in their own lives. Not to say, and for people who want to participate in their own lives and they feel some kind of way about anything. Most people walking around here just with negative behavior and self-centered and because they've not learned anything other than that. Society, parents, all, especially from the home, have taught them how to love with all these conditions, with this unhealthy love, no give and take, no balance. We've been taught that. We've been taught that. So you gotta dump stuff out, y'all, and to put new stuff in. Your body give you the signals. Your feelings and how you feel and perceive things give you the signals. Your body, who you are in this flesh, gives you the signals by feelings, by something in the way it makes you feel. It gives you signals that I might need to take a look at this. Why I'm feeling like this. But we so busy. And we want a quick fix. God gave you all the power to do everything that you needed to do down here in this journey. You are a part of the source. And the source is a creator. That means you're a creator. You speak things right into existence. You bring things right into this existence. You're creating something. What are you creating? Who knows? Whether it can be done, people are successful at it all the time. Some people can create money because they have no hang-ups on them creating money. And they can have lots of it and still have no peace and still are unhappy because they found that the process for creating money and believing that they can create wealth took their focus off of the other parts that they needed, the peace and the love and the joy and happiness that everybody, and wanting to be chosen by something and wanting to be chosen by someone, or having another person in their lives, or having family to feel some kind of way to make them full. Just take you and God to be whole, but full. Full. Some people can manifest things. Some people can manifest. People are manifesting a whole lot of things. What are you manifesting? Sometimes you can manifest certain things and don't have the same belief level, and never look at that and see, all right, how you can make this work, and never realize that that same belief, the same power and structure works over here. We're creating all the time. Think about how you got answers to some problems. Then concentrate, be grateful. Once you get an answer, be grateful for that answer. Verbally be grateful. If someone comes into your life and bless you, say thank you. And so that you can solidify in your head, this is what thank you is. It's solidification, and it helps you to be a better creator once you appreciate where you come from, and once you appreciate how far you've come. If you never say thank you, that means you're going to forget how good it was. And you'll always go back to the struggle of getting to the how good it was. Some people can do that for parts of their lives, and some people can't do it for other parts of their lives. Well, you know what? We're going to get better. So, like, if it's something that we need to be talking about, that you got on your mind, and we need to be talking about it, comment. Let me know. Let's talk. I want to talk. I want to work things out. We need conversation. We need conversation. And there's so many ways for us to have conversation today. We need to talk about it. We need to share opinions. We need to share the light. We need to give each other the truths. We need to tell each other about how we came through certain things. We need to not be selfish with the information. So if just one hears and it changes something for them, I'm happy to have a conversation. So just comment and just let me know what you want to talk about. Get involved. Let's communicate. What are we going to do about trying to keep control? Let go. Try to control one thing. That is you. Always want the best for you. Always want to love you. Always want to love you first. It'll change everything. That sounds selfish. It is selfish. But it's the best answer that has ever been given. Love yourself first. Then you have something to offer others. I promise you, you'll have more than enough. The things you lose ain't no loss. People, places, and things. You'll always have, you'll draw the caliber of people that's on your level. Don't stay stuck down and stupid with everybody who want to stay stuck down and stupid, because that look like the most, because that they look like they having fun. They ain't having fun. Come up here. There's people out here. We're here. There's some people out here to talk. Some people out here that wants peace, speaking it into existence. One more to join, more to merrier. We can get it done faster. Corona, yes, you have to do those things that body is governed by earth. Got to do the right things. Disease and all of that kind of stuff. Your body is acceptable to that. But the real you, we're above all of that. So we need to get on one accord and turn the light on. Like that sign say, we're going to keep the light on. Yep. So, okay. I guess that's it. Ain't nobody saying nothing, so. Alright, till next time. Peace out.